Yesterday we told you about a new $50 million green incentive plan that targets SMEs. It gives building owners and tenants the incentive to go green by funding up to half their retrofitting costs for energy-efficient features.
But what are the benefits and challenges of taking up the green option? To help us better understand this, we have with us tonight Louise Chua, Project Director of Build Eco Expo, or BEX Asia 2014. It's a business platform for the green building and construction industry. Good evening. Thanks for joining us, Louise.
Thank you.
You know, we talk about the advantages of green building, and I guess what's the incentive there for people to build green buildings?
Well, I suppose for end users like ourselves, it helps to cut down energy bills, which help us with cost savings. So, we want to encourage building owners to adopt green practices, to introduce green initiatives so that the end users get to benefit.
Right, so the end users, what about the occupants of green buildings? How exactly, what benefits do they see?
Largely, of course, cost is one thing, and the other thing would be the indoor environment quality. Is conducive for the occupants to work in the building. Yep.
Okay, so the thing is, when you build a new building, you can work towards making it as green as possible because you're starting from scratch. But in an existing older building, there are a lot more challenges in making it more eco-friendly. So how do those, and we just mentioned the fund, which meant for SMEs who might be in such of these older buildings, what are the challenges for them in trying to work towards a green route?
We work very closely with the Building Construction Authority, and have to put in place, obviously, the funding for the industry stakeholders. And for example, they have different schemes to encourage building owners, facility managers to upgrade their system. For example, chiller systems that they could, because the chiller system takes about 10 years, investment to change the system, and it can last for easily, 10, 12 years. So if your investment is 6 years or 4 years, you get to reap the benefits thereafter, and it helps a lot in energy savings in terms of electricity bills.
And then how have Singapore companies actually been responding?
Based on the latest stats, there are more than 2,000 buildings that has been endorsed by Green Mark. So it's very encouraging. As you know, we have the 2030 vision to green 80% of our buildings in Singapore. Yeah, and I think right now we're tracking at 25%. We have 16 more years to go. So I think as the industry comes together to embrace green, I'm very sure we are very positive to be able to hit that. Yep.
Well, Green Mark being the sort of criteria to certify whether a building is how eco-friendly it is, right? What can governments do to sort of help encourage? I mean, besides the incentives for funding, are there other ways they can help encourage companies or SMEs especially to go this route?
I think one outreach would be through the young. Yeah, I think this year we have student workshop engagement, and even the products, I think some of them are having energy management systems to reach out to the hostel so that they know how to watch their energy bills, pay per use. Little things, little initiatives that you can start from the young, so that when they take it as a given that going green is their norm. Right. Then I think from the bottom up and together with the government initiatives.
So that's quite like changing our daily habits.
Exactly,
Yeah.
Exactly.
You don't think legislation or regulations would be more effective?
It does help. I think it will engage the industry more, but I think more importantly from the ground as well. So I think there's a lot of outreach and awareness that we need to continue to build upon.
Putting the onus on the personal choices that we make.
Correct.
And so on.
Yes.
But Louise, tell me something more about the rapid pace of change in technology, because we know it always changes. So what about green technology?
I mean, for this year, for example, on the show floor, we have a lot of solutions that are energy management systems using iCloud, to be able to monitor your energy efficiency solutions via, different portals, so that you can integrate all your solutions and make it more cohesive to manage your bills a lot better.
Yeah, I think it's a good idea, because when you can see what you're using on a day-to-day basis, you kind of are more aware versus just one big bill at the end of the month.
You can monitor,
exactly.
Control some of the things using an off-peak period where the energy cost is lower, and perhaps washing your clothes at 3 p.m. in the afternoon as compared to in the evening when we are all back at work from work. Yeah.
All right, Louise, thanks so much. Louise Chua, there, Project Director of BEX Asia 2014.
Now, still on the subject of